have gone through an exhaustive list of issues. We understand where we are and where they are on a whole bunch of issues. I think there's a lot of issues we are close to a compromised position on, but I think there's a handful of very big issues that we are still very far apart. And we've decided that we will break for the night. The president called several times while we were meeting. Mark updated him. We'll consult with him again this evening and tomorrow morning. The president's first choice is to do a deal. We've said that. If we conclude tomorrow that there's not a compromised position on the major issues, the president has alternatives and executive orders, but as he's instructed us, his first choice is to try to get legislation that will pass the House and the Senate that he can sign that helps the American people. And as we've said, we have many priorities. They're kids and jobs, liability protection for schools, universities, and small businesses, extending the PPP so many people can get a second payment, direct payments to individuals. We've put on the table several very fair compromises on enhanced unemployment. We've talked about the issue of rental evictions. We said we'd consider some payments on rental assistance as well. There's going to be some work done overnight. I think we've made a lot of progress, but again, I think on things like state and local, this is obviously a big issue. We're still very far apart on that. The president is not going to do a deal that has a massive amount of money to bail out state and locals. The president is prepared to do something for state and locals that deals with the issue of additional coronavirus expenses, deals with making sure that the first responders, the hospitals, the police, the firemen all have proper funding, and the school teachers. And we'll see. I think we always said our objective is to try to reach an overall understanding tomorrow. If the Democrats are willing to compromise and do something, I think we'll get something done. But again, we're not going to do a deal that isn't an attractive deal for the American public. If we can't reach an overall, our first choice is a global deal that incorporates everything that's good for the economy, good for American workers, good for kids. If we can't do that, we are willing to do a smaller deal. We've been willing to do a short-term extension on the enhanced unemployment. We've been willing to do a short-term extension on other issues while we're negotiating. We're very concerned that these issues exist, and we want solutions.